We're back from Bar Thunder 04, and if we win this race, well, never mind. We already have 24 wins. So we actually surpassed what we did in Thunder 2002 already, and Thunder 03. So we're just kind of in uncharted territory with our wins. So we're almost there to surpassing Richard Petty. We're almost there. We got to win New Hampshire. We got a little bit of a buffer with the races coming up, so I think our chances to win 4 more races in the next 10 is pretty high. So there's really not a whole lot else to recap, so let's get into it. Thank you to my Tier 2 Patreon people, as well as my YouTube members support channel. Appreciate early access videos like this, as well as channel emails when I stream. I appreciate that a ton. It means a lot. So let's get into this and see how big of a margin our victory will be. Ryan Newman, Jimmy Johnson on the front row. And our car setup just default as usual. This is probably the one track where I think probably having manual gears is a big help. Just all around the track, because you can downshift, and we're not going to be able to have that. So I mean, it'll be a little bit tougher. I don't know if that really makes a difference, but it's something. So yeah, that's it. We'll just have MRN and friends. I'll pass the baton on to them.
Welcome to New Hampshire International Speedway in Loudon for today's NASCAR Winston Cup race, the Sylvania 300. What can you tell us about Loudon?
They did run a restrictor plate here for a couple of races because of the concern about the accelerators getting stuck open going into these flat corners. They no longer need those plates with the addition of the engine kill switch to all the cars. The switch is on the steering wheel and allows the drivers to quickly shut the engine off if they're going into the corner too hard.
Jimmy Johnson has a solid top 10 spot in the standings so far.
He's been working hard this season, and it is paying off so far. He'll need a good finish in this one to gain some spots.
Jeff Burton made his NASCAR Winston Cup debut at New Hampshire in 1993, and since then, he's had quite a bit of success here.
Well, he certainly has. He won a race here in 4 consecutive seasons starting back in 1997, and he led every single lap during that win in 2000. Now that's domination.
An impressive average finish record for Kurt Busch.
Man, he is amazing. And what a boost towards the championship that gives him. You don't even need that many wins if you're finishing in the top 10 every week.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Oh, so now the controller is just not going to connect properly? Is that what we're going to do? Really? Alright, I guess I got to fix that. Is it because I put batteries in? Is that why it's doing this every time I have to put batteries in? It changes it? I don't know, but I guess that's the thing. Nope, it's... Oh, okay, now it's there. Okay, we got it fixed. Can I also just say how good that introduction was? That was really good. They even brought up the Jeff Burton stuff, which I appreciate. He is very good at this track. Was his first start in 93? I gotta fact check this now. Oh, they're right. They're right. His first start was in 93 in New Hampshire. He got 37th in a crash, but... Alright, hey, MRN, they're doing good today. They're getting their stats right. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's get into this race. We rambled on for too long. Rusty Wallace continues to just absolutely just use a diaper because he is just absolutely defecating all over himself later in this season. I don't know what is wrong with him to start this far back. That's usually Terry Labonte's specialty. He's always starting in the back for some unknown reason. I guess I don't know, but it's just that's just his AI. That's what his AI usually does. I don't know. Ooh, it didn't feel like turning there, but alright. So yeah, New Hampshire, kind of similar to the spring race. Should be the same type of result. That's almost 4 wide there in the corner. We're going to have a very bad angle into this corner, though, I'll tell you that much. It didn't want to rotate. It kind of did that, like, it wants to plow straight type of energy. But, yeah. Also, a thing that they mentioned in the... what MRN said. I don't know if this is true. Again, I have to second guess everything that they say. Did they run multiple races here with restrictor plates? I thought it was just the one race in 2000. Is there more that I'm not aware of? I don't know. But I love to have that answer. Because I really just thought it was just one race. Also has the kill switch on the wheel helped. Has that saved people here at this track? I don't really know. Maybe it has. I just, you know, 7-year-old me is not going to remember that, like, nuanced detail. I don't know. But hey, good on them. I don't know what really other to say, though, than that's good. Good progress. Good safety. Johnny Benson, I would prefer you not tapping my right side of my car. But yeah, already up in the top half of the field in 4 laps. It's disgusting. Remember back in the freaking career mode days, like Thunder 03, where New Hampshire was like really tough? The game would always crash on me, and it just was a great old rant time. Good times. Because we're not getting any of that here with this game. I've had more fun picking and prodding the MRN stuff than the actual race. Like, that's like the highlight. That should not be the case. Why is Thunder 04 making me hate it so much? Why is season mode so wrong? Why did I drift in that corner? I don't know, but for 15th, Ricky Craven, yet again, running extraordinarily well this season. And he's continuing that type of momentum. He's just been running just a tiny bit above mid. I don't know what that really means, but he's above that, and that's good for the hipsters of today. Get by Dale Jarrett for P14. Mark Martin alternate paint scheme. Nice to see. I don't know what really to say. Feels nice to drive around here. I don't know, it's just a Thunder 04 race. I'm actually really glad these aren't like a live stream series, because I don't know what I would be talking about. I would just be winning so much. Chat would probably save the day with that, though. Chat always finds a way to make it interesting, so that element would probably save it a lot. I think Jimmy Johnson's in an alternate scheme, which is always refreshing. Thank God for alternate paint schemes for some different bit of eye candy, just to keep my sanity going here. That's not going to keep my sanity going with Harvick literally just blocking me off the racing surface. That's not very nice, Harvick, but then again, when does Harvick run nice? Look at him freaking go off the track to pass Mark Martin, even though I'm literally doing the same exact thing. Bill Elliott thought better. He was about to block me, and then he realized, oh yeah, he's going below our pathing line, so we can't do that. It's probably not the right terminology. Ryan Movie's going to really hate me for that one. I'm sorry. But yeah, cracked up inside the top 10. Great run off turn 2. I don't know why I'm trying to make the pass on the outside of Harvick. That typically does not work. But I was just trying to continue the momentum. Had to countersteer that to save the car from wrecking itself there. But we did good. I'm going to try to dig up high. He didn't even take the bait. He just stayed in his lane. He was kind of smart there. But we'll try to get the run up off the corner. Couldn't really capitalize on it. But he's continuing to block. That's very, very annoying. He made a pass while doing that. Make that make sense. He was so off the racing surface, just like what I was doing there, and made a pass at such a shallow angle. Again, don't understand it. But then again, I think I've done that too, where I entered the corner at a very shallow angle and still make a pass work. So maybe I'm just being Mr. Nitpicky here. But there we go. Finally around Harvick. Probably around Gordon as well. We door him on the back straightaway for no real reason. And that's P5. Another good round of turn 2. I'm not going to make the same mistake I did with Harvick trying to pass him on the outside. That is indeed 3 wide crew chief. Just hold the bottom. Beautiful. Just pack it in the bottom a little bit, or just keep it down there. There we go, P3. I think Ricky Rudd is leading again. Why is Ricky Rudd so fast, and why does Jeff Green blow up? Oh, there we go. That's a downshift. We had to go 85 miles an hour to do it. I guess I could cheese it that way. But see, I'm just so naturally fast and good, I don't even need the third gear to save us. We could just keep it in fourth. And I could prove I'm in manual gear, because when I hit the triggers or the bumpers to shift with my button input, you see nothing happens. Dale Jr., can you stop? Like, I expect that from Ricky. Oh, they're pitting. All right, let's just stay on the racing surface. Are they pitting? Okay. Well, should have anticipated. I was expecting Junior to pit, but no, it was Ricky Rudd instead. Ooh, I pushed it in that corner way too much. I felt it. But yeah, we're pitting this lap anyways. Hopefully our pit crew does all right, and we can start to build up a gap for the second half of this race. At least it's been interesting. I've been talking like just about all of it, so that's somewhere in the higher tier of this season. But yeah, 70 miles an hour just off the throttle. A little bit of brake. 69 miles an hour. Nice. Not repair damage because there's barely anything to it, and then that's it. As usual, 16-1 estimated time, 15-6. Pit crew do pretty good. We're the first out, so no one really gained much time on us. If there was anyone sitting behind me, I don't really know, but there's Ricky Rudd and Ryan Newman right in front of me. So we are going to cycle out pretty much right by where the leaders were. So, well, that's good. I think Newman was going to pit that lap. His AI line was, looked like that's where he was going to start to head down pit road. But yeah. No, he just stayed out. Okay, well, the pit crew lied, crew chief lied. And you just have to worry about Ricky Rudd, I guess. Jimmy Johnson way up there for the lead? That's okay, that's not for position, alright. So I guess Ricky Rudd is the virtual P1 car. We pitted basically at the same time, so there's no gigantic tire advantage. And, oh boy. Pushing the car a bit too much in the corner there. It's starting to get loose, but yeah, we'll get there, though. I don't think the margin of victory is going to be as big as the other tracks, though. Unfortunately. Sadly. My ego won't be stroked in this one. I don't know what type of angle that is going into the corner, but we'll get there. We're reeling them in, though. Just, you know, just gotta take our time. I think that's my problem right now. I'm pushing way too hard, and I need to not do that. There we go. Finally to the inside of them. That is for position. I don't know if Bobby Labonte is a lap down on lead lap. I guess not. So this is for the lead. I guess those cars up in front of me just stayed out a really long time. So if that tells you anything, then the interval for this race is going to be a lot smaller than usual. Because if second place gets out of pit road as late as they're pitting, and they're going to probably keep up with me and stuff. Because they got fresher tires by like 5 or 6, 7 laps. So I guess that will be unfortunate. Bobby, why? Why block me? You're going down pit road here eventually, right? Like, there's no logical reason to do that. In fact, I was backing off of them last lap to give him a chance to go down pit road, but he just refused. He's being stupid. I don't know. All right, Jarrett's pitting. I'm going to stay in the middle groove because I learned my lesson. What are you doing? Why are we slowing down on the racing surface? You don't do that. That's like the same shit that happened at Vegas with Jeff Burton. Like, he was staying on the bottom, and then he just driven up into the middle and then pit. It's like, no. No, bad pit programming with that. No, that's not how it's supposed to go. There we go, into the lead. Well, unfortunately, our interval is not going to be as monstrous as the other time, so that kind of sucks, but I'll do my best to build up a gap as much as I can before this ends, so I'm going to sweat mode this out. White flags out, just passing some lap cars. We're probably going to build up to an over 7-second lead, which, considering we were only like 2.5 seconds back, like with 5 to go, they're starting to really, really pull away. I don't know if he's starting to finally hit lap traffic or what the deal's going on, but it's like we flipped a switch or something, or it's like once we get to a certain point in the run, then the car just, like, their tires sort of cliff. I don't really understand it. Anyways, that's another dub. That's a 25th win of the year. Just that much closer to tying Richard Petty's win record, which may be in question going into Dover. Well, I don't know if we're going to continue at Dover is what I'm trying to say, because AI are really tough there. That's like the only track that's giving me any legitimate competition. Because Watkins Glen, we just kind of got bad time with the yellow, and then Bristol, the caution glitch didn't happen. So if those were just normal races where the cautions never came out, or the caution... I guess Bristol would be tough if there was no caution glitch, but I purposely stayed out later to anticipate. So if I actually pitted normally, like early, then I might have been in good shape. I don't know, but whatever. It's just... that, the point is, it'll be a challenge. Look at this. See, he's on the bottom lane. Then he drifts up into the second lane to pit. It's like, well, I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, that is just... it is about as dumb as I envisioned that whole scenario to be. Oh, it's like 3 different ones. One's orange and black, and the other one is something else. It's 3 different colors. It's not 2 of the same thing and then the zebra design. That's interesting. I just never really thought about it. I've looked into the background so much. Do the flags look like it says Chicagoland? I don't know anymore. It's just my brain is so numb. of winning so much. I don't know. But what kind of trophies are we going to get? Is it a good one? Or yeah, okay. It's nice. Looks like Adam Petty's tombstone. Of course, we couldn't get out of a freaking episode without an Adam Petty choking. Tradition. Well, I mean, we won by 6.8 seconds. And Dale Jarrett got second. He actually rallied his way up through the field after pitting so late. He got some cheap laps led, though. Me and him, did we both lead the same? Okay, we didn't even lead the most laps. I guess Ricky Rudd didn't even lead the most laps. I guess it was Ryan Newman. Yeah, by 1 lap. By 1 lap, he led the most. We could have almost had a 3-way tie for most laps led, which I don't know if that's ever happened in the history of NASCAR. Probably it's happened like with 2 different people, but what about 3? That would be interesting. Yeah, he falls back to 8th. Looks like a pretty normal results, I guess. Tara Labonte started 42nd, guys, way up to 19th. That's impressive. Good chunk of people were a lap down. Only 30 on lead lap. 31st was Robbie Gordon, first one lap down. And the only DNF I saw was Jeff Green. And that's it. Let's put that into the thing and see where that puts it. It probably puts it on the lower end of the interval thing. Oh my god. In this, I have a New Hampshire shit. Shit, hey. That's funny. Oh my god. I just noticed that. Alright, so 6'8", 6'7". Puts it 18th. That's a lot higher than what I thought it was going to be. What was the spring race? Oh, it was only 5.8 seconds, so this race was just a little bit more than the first one. Barely, so it was literally almost exactly the same, except we were a second quicker here. Maybe the pit crew was a little bit faster in the fall one than the spring. I don't know, but it's both pretty close. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Usually it's one's like way bigger than the other for some reason, so it's nice to know that it was relatively close to each other. Next up's Dover. It's a night race in this game, which for some reason when I was little, I thought 2003 they just ran a night race at Dover as like a one-off. They only did that 1 year and never did it again. I don't know why it's like it in this game. I think they just mixed up the files where just the night version is... Because there is a night version of Dover, but there is a second Dover race where I think it's called the Delaware 400 or something. I guess that's the name of what this race would have been. I don't know. It's weird how they mix that up. It's just funny to me. But it'll be a nice visual switch up. But yeah, with that win, that's 25 wins of the year. And the only different winners was literally Ricky Rudd and Ryan Newman. Both start with R's, weirdly enough. It's interesting. Laps led. Newman leads more, so good for him. And Dale Jarrett led some. Ricky Rudd is 5th, by the way, in the laps led thing. Mark Martin's 6th, which is impressive. And Dale Jr.'s 4th, so been pretty interesting to kind of see this develop as the season's gone on. Bobby Labonte led some laps, I think, in this race, too. So he ties himself with Ricky Craven finally. It took him long enough, but he's tied. So I guess that's it. There's really not a whole lot else to look at. Next race, we'll be using the regular Rubbermaid Ford one, which we've won that scheme a lot in Thunder 03, so maybe that type of luck will continue onwards into this race. I don't know, but for now, I'm done. Big shout out to my Tier 3 Patreon supporters, Dave Harn, Champ 15, Kamikazegames, Bailey Carey, Maxilink 1986, Jason Hellman, and my name is John for his support. Again, I appreciate what you guys do for my channel every single month. It does me a lot. Always goes a long ways with everything, so just thank you for the continued support and all that good stuff. See you all next episode. And all that. I always wondered where my mouse is. Like, what's this car? Whose car is that? Is that supposed to be like Fittipaldi's like alternate 43 scheme? I don't know. I do like how Dale Jr.'s car is like way in the background because like, oh, you know, it's probably a good way to hide the Budweiser sponsorship. I don't know. I just found it funny. Even though I can tell by looking at the hood, it's still the Dale Jr. like DEI thing. So I don't know why they had to put it so far back. Ward Burton was more of a priority than Dale Jr. and Elliott Sadler. Now I'm looking at it. That's kind of funny. I don't know. I'm just I'm just thinking of everything. Either way, I'm done. See you all next episode. See you all later. And as always, have a good day, everyone.